I'm only gonna address this shit one time. Since y'all wanna be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? Yeah. See, right there, that's the punchline. That's the punchline.
Just till you stop screwing the business. If found out you were in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking The Rock and Michelle, Pap and Remy. It's us. Y'all the poster child symbol.
You wanna know the details? It's only D9. If you heard it, fucking with me over a female and he ain't dead, it's probably because I still got the female.
To jump in the ring with Remy Ma. Just want to know.
At this point, the girl leaked my number.
What? Your actual telephone number?
So at this point, you can give me $1 and I'm gonna pay you $1. It don't have nothing to do with whatever else. It's just that part alone. That part there is where it's like, I'm a businesswoman. Don't leak my number.
Right.
Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, drama sells. I'm not in that beef. My smoke with her is posting my number. Right. So people like, oh, she wants to fight her over a dude. Whatever. Stop it. Stop it. That is so beneath me. Is the disrespect of the leaking my number part.
All right, so here's the full scoop on what's really been going down between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields. And it's way messier than anyone expected. Turns out the reason Remy's been acting funny about Papoose and Claressa's relationship is because things aren't going so great between her and Eazy The Block Captain either. Yeah, the same guy she was supposedly creeping around with while still married to Papoose. Now, word on the street is Eazy already stepped out on her too, and it's got her looking real foolish. And what makes this even crazier? Papoose doesn't seem to have any sympathy left for her. In fact, he's been keeping it cool, but also not letting her slide for cheating on him in the first place. Let's rewind for a sec and talk about what Papoose and Remy had. Their love story used to be the definition of ride or die. Papoose held her down the entire time she was locked up. When people tried to block their visits, he still stayed loyal. He even married her over the phone while she was in prison. That's not just love, that's deep commitment. And when she came home, they had a full wedding, blended their families, and even had a daughter together in 2018. On the outside, it all looked perfect. Happy family, supportive marriage, strong bond. But things started getting weird in 2023. People noticed that on Father's Day, Remy didn't post anything for Papoose. Not a word, not even a picture. And that was strange, because she used to always shout him out, letting the world know how great of a husband and father he was. Papoose ended up posting his own Father's Day photo with the kids, but Remy was missing from the picture. Even her other child from a previous relationship wasn't in it. That's when people really started talking. It was obvious something had shifted. Then came the bombshell. Rumors started flying that Remy had been seeing Eazy The Block Captain behind Papoose's back. What made it worse was that Eazy wasn't just some random guy. He was in the same industry, knew Papoose personally, and still crossed the line. The betrayal ran deep. And when Papoose found out, it wasn't just talk. Word is, he confronted Eazy at an industry event and actually knocked him out cold. Social media went wild. Eazy tried to act like nothing happened, tweeting vague messages and blaming people for wanting to see him fail. But nobody was buying it. Eazy even had the nerve to tell Papoose to clear the air and set the record straight. Can you believe that? The man who was fooling around with his wife wanted him to do damage control.
Just till you stop screwing the business. If found out you were in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking The Rock and Michelle, Pap and Remy. It's us. Y'all the poster child symbol.
Meanwhile, Papoose didn't say a word. He kept quiet. That silence was louder than any tweet or interview. Because if there was no truth to the rumors, everybody knew Papoose would have spoken up right away to defend his wife like he always did. But this time, nothing. Remy tried to jump in and do some cleanup. She posted online asking people to stop, spreading lies, and mentioned her rap battle league Chrome 23, acting like everything was fine. But fans weren't convinced, especially since Papoose still didn't say anything to back her up. If anything, that only made it worse. Now here comes Claressa Shields, stuck in the middle of all this mess. She's ready to move forward with Papoose, build something new, but he's still legally tied to Remy. And Remy? She's dragging her feet on finalizing the divorce. Whether it's because she still has feelings, or she's worried about losing that alimony bag, nobody really knows. But her hesitation is putting a strain on everyone. Claressa's not the type to sit back quietly. She's been publicly showing love to Papoose, calling him her king, her partner, her everything. She's all in. So you can imagine how frustrating it must be to watch Remy keep getting in the way. Claressa's been patient, but patience has limits. And if Remy keeps stalling, Claressa...
You want to know the details? It's only be matter. If you heard it, fucking with me over a female and he ain't dead, it's probably because I still got the female.
Might start demanding answers. Or worse, decide the drama just isn't worth it. Now, let's keep it 100. Papoose has every right to move on. After everything he did for Remy, he didn't deserve to be played like that. And Claressa is giving him love, peace, and a chance at happiness again. But how long is he supposed to wait for Remy to finally let go? People are watching this situation closely, waiting to see if Remy's going to do the right thing or keep stirring up trouble. One thing's for sure, this love triangle just keeps getting messier by the day, and we haven't even seen the end of it yet. So now I'm asking y'all, do you think Remy's dragging this out because she's still in love or just trying to keep those divorce payments from hitting her account? And how much longer do you think Claressa is going to stick around if things don't change? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed. Turn those notifications on, because trust me, the tea just keeps spilling. When Gotti spoke up, it was clear that the rumors about Remy Ma and Papoose weren't new. Everyone had been talking about it for a while, and it was almost like an open secret. But Gotti didn't just mention it casually. He went all the way in, calling out Remy for cheating on Papoose. This was after Papoose had been loyal to her for years, always praising her in interviews and showing the world how much he admired her. He stuck by her when she was away for 6 years in prison. The shocking part? Gotti didn't even try to deny the rumors. In fact, it seemed like he was confirming them by not saying a word to shut it down. Papoose didn't address the rumors, publicly at first. Instead, he quickly moved on and started a relationship with Claressa Shields, a professional boxer. And here's where it got messy. Claressa and Remy knew each other. Before things even started with Papoose, Claressa had reached out to Remy through social media. The situation was already tense, with Papoose and Remy in a back and forth, and now there was even more drama because of Claressa. Word spread that Papoose and Claressa's relationship was getting serious, and Remy wasn't taking it well. Even though she was supposed to be in a relationship with Eazy The Block Captain, she couldn't seem to let go of her past. Reports said that Remy had been throwing shade online and acting out, clearly upset about Papoose moving on. She even hinted that she wanted to fight Claressa, but it seemed like more of a symbolic challenge than anything else. Still, it was clear she wasn't going to back down quietly. So why was Remy so upset if she had someone new? It might be because things seemed to be going so well between Papoose and Claressa. Claressa had even gone public to say she loved Papoose and hinted that if he ever asked her to be with him, she'd say yes. This seemed to rattle Remy, especially because she was still dealing with her own relationship issues. To make matters worse, Remy started accusing Claressa of running a smear campaign against her, saying that Claressa and her team were spreading fake stories about her. Remy also leaked texts from Claressa, where she was expressing frustration about Papoose not being upfront with her. It sounded like Claressa was upset that Papoose wasn't giving her the attention she wanted. Remy used these texts to make Claressa look desperate, but Claressa wasn't having it. Claressa fired back, calling out Remy for leaking fake texts and starting unnecessary drama. She even challenged Remy to a fight, saying she'd do it for just $1.
That sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like in this certain situation, You could talk to a person, you express how you feel, they express how they feel, y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or, you know, you might start seeing it from another person's point of view. When it gets to the level, or when you deal with people that, like, sometimes how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck how you felt. I don't care what you thought. What's up? What we doing? And that's where I come in. She said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You really not ready for this work. She said it's natural. She don't have to. I don't like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing fucking hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. I just never could.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know, it's kind of one of those things I was like, you know, I want to keep him all to myself.
Remy, in turn, responded by mocking Clarissa's age and claiming she wasn't aging well. It was clear these two women couldn't stand each other. But what about Eazy, Remy's current boyfriend? He'd made it clear that men were jealous of him for being with Remy. However, rumors started circulating that he had been cheating on her, which might explain why Remy was acting out. It seemed like Eazy had never fully cut ties with his other women, and when Remy found out, it probably hit hard. She had been dealing with the drama between Papoose and Clarissa, and now it looked like Eazy was involved in his own mess. It seems like Remy might be on the losing side of the situation, with her ex-husband moving on and her current boyfriend not being as faithful as he seemed. Some people say you get the guy you deserve, and if that's true, it's no surprise that things are falling apart for her. Now the question is, does Papoose really want to be with Clarissa, or is this all just about getting back at Remy? Let me know what you think in the comments.